Okay, cool. So this actually does bring us on to the meat and potatoes of this week's broadcast, which is going to be the bracket.
Yes.
Game number 1 is going to be FoxyGrampa, PND PXP of FoxyGrampa versus STB MrAquary. We're going to have Stozen and Jinimanene. These guys are back. We haven't seen Jinimanene in the Pro League for quite a while, but Stozen, we've seen him very recently with a very dangerous Jackie Briggs. We have Sacron and Yupe. Sacron, again, another very consistent player. Yupe, we haven't seen him in a few weeks, but here he is back. And you have to take out Boki to get here. And I think, obviously, denying your direct competition entry into top 8 while making top 8 yourself is fantastic. And finally, we have Storm and Madzin. A very sort of typical Season 2 match, I believe.
Well, one thing I absolutely must stress this week is we have FoxyGrampa, Sacron and Madzin. All three of these guys are basically confirmed for the Season 3 finals at this point. I don't really think there's a way they can be knocked off their podiums, which means that their places in the weekly pro leagues, they're kind of there just to cement themselves to win some cash every week and to give themselves better seeding opportunities. Because obviously the more points you have, the better you will be seeded, which in theory will give you an easier time at the season finals. I know easier isn't really the right word, considering it is going to be the 16 best players in the world. However, you don't want to stop competing. But for them, they haven't got the stress. They know they're going. For the majority of this top 8, Aquary, Yupe, Jinimunene, even Storm with his consistent top 8s, these guys have a very, very close amount of points. There's like 10, 20 points separating them, and that is literally making top 8 1 week.
The brackets are looking incredibly juicy right now. Bear in mind, guys, these points that you can see on screen right now have taken into account the minimum of 25 that they would have earned by making today's top 8.
As always.
But, I mean, that's where things get really interesting. We're on week 6 right now, 2 more weeks afterwards. I mean, basically, it's basically Foxy, Madzin, Storm, not Storm, Sacron, and
Irish
Mantis,
Mantis,
right?
arguably, as well.
These are the 4 kind of comfortable players when it comes to points. The rest of it is like, there's like 6 or 7 guys down there that all have like, what, 20, 25 points, 30 points in between them? So, like, it's dangerous for those guys. They have to be placing well every week, and you know, one of these people being MrAquary, who we are just about to see in action. Now, Foxy's pretty much a lock, 400 points, you can safely say he's confirmed for finals. But Aquary, 110, he is just outside that mark, and one semi-finals placing today will put him good in the running to potentially be one of those players. Now, these guys have fought before, we've said this week after week. A very sort of typical ESL match. I mean, Aquary's been consistent throughout Season 1. He was a very consistent top 8 placer in Season 1. Didn't see him a whole lot in Season 2, but in Season 3 has kind of really come back from the brink with a very dangerous demo Sonya.
But he has had his ups and downs, and that's for sure, considering he has taken out Foxy before, but he's also lost to Foxy numerous times in Season 3 alone. So this could go either way. It's a safer bet that Foxy's going to take it, but we'll have to wait and see. Aquary, I assume he has gone... I don't see demo. No, he's gone cover ops.
Oh, he's gone back to the old faithful. An interesting decision, but Foxy's going to go in, snap up that first hit bonus as well, denying Sonya of that kind of, you know, things like meter burn parry and meter burn dive kick, those defensive options.
But do you think that's why he's gone cover ops? Because Aquary's already opted twice to go to the parry in a situation where he knows back 1-2's coming. Do you reckon that's the main reason he's gone for this?
I mean, the parry could definitely be a potential answer for the back 1-2, but it's very risky. If you're going to whiff a parry right in front of Melina,
it's going to get punished.
Combo.
It's going to get punished with the string you're trying to parry, right?
Oh, patience from Foxy. And let's not forget, cover ops is a little bit dangerous. Nice whiff punish. Foxy catching that normal right there. But here's a dangerous element is going to be Melina's bull roll being a very, very, very strong meter burn reversal. If Foxy senses a gap in that military stance stuff, I mean, that's going to be a free cancel all day. Oh, very interesting going in for the back 3.
Foxy does opt to get the down 4. Going to stagger it into throw again. This is definitely token Foxy pressure with Melina right now. Oh, gets it! Gets a nice combo. No stamina.
That sucks. He's going to go in for a full combo and has to break. I think that's just positioning. He doesn't want to have to face that neutral again.
Oh, another full confirm. Ouch. There's going to be a nice 35 again. Ouch. I mean, just at that 35, 2 of those, you're almost half, or over half dead. Gets the low, but no, doesn't get the full confirm. That is really, really unfortunate for Aquary going into 1-0.
The very end of that low, which normally launches, or at least gives you extra damage, but... I mean, that must have been a max range thing. It caught, but didn't quite connect fully.
I don't know. I mean, regardless, unfortunate for Aquary, absolutely. I mean, FoxyGrampa goes up a very quick 1-0 right now. Aquary can definitely... I mean, he was showing signs of life. He wasn't having a terrible match. It was kind of just... I feel like his spacing wasn't quite as on point as Foxy's there, and that's really what cost him.
I think we're going to see a demo pick here. No, he is going to stick with cover ops. Now, the problem is, demo also gives... Sonya a assist to her neutral game, you know? And by neutral, obviously, we mean that situation where it's kind of even, that kind of jump distance, sweep distance range, where you're paying attention to getting that hit. And some characters have a lot of tools in the neutral, like a good projectile or a good safe you know, pokeable string or something, Demo gives her that range, that increased range to kind of check projectile trades and stuff like that. Copops doesn't have the same luxury.
Now that right there is when you know you've got your opponent conditioned with your projectile game. Is when you just get a straight up run into a grab.
We still remain to this day. We kind of call that a pig of the hut grab, where he
coined it with Kenshi, man. He coined it with Kenshi.
Establishing a strong keep away or just distance game and then running in for a grab because like there, you know the opponent is blocking because he's waiting for a back 1-2. He's waiting for a side toss, so you just run in and grab him. Like it's dangerous play.
And that was it. As soon as you get the whiff punish with the tele kick. I mean, this really is why Melina is such a powerful character. She just, if you've got the patience, and especially if you've got the life lead, you are kind of free to have an option for almost every situation.
That was a cute reset.
Yeah, exactly. But he does manage to get the breaker out of him. Foxy does have to use it. If McRae can get a nice touch, he's going to give himself a more convincing life lead. Because right now, he's kind of got a lead, but not really enough to sit on. And just like that, Foxy's chipping him away. But there's a straight up, wow, bull roll in the neutral. Very uncharacteristic of Foxy.
That was a little bit risky. But again, you know, Foxy having the meter, you'll generally tend to see Foxy make a riskier play.
Jump back dive kick. This is the McRaary, but no, he drops it.
What? Speaking of risky, a raw roll. Again getting tagged. McRaary, I mean. Oh.
The thing about that was Foxy did it without a breaker as well. That was just a straight up hard read. He knew it was going to work.
Oh, and he whip punishes it. McRaary has to break. Oh no, Foxy drops the NJP. Well, a bit of a scramble right now. That could be the round. That's definitely going to be the round if McRaary doesn't drop it.
Oh, he uses one bar. Oh, nice. That was nice. As soon as McRaary saw he was getting up, just get that mid in, guarantee the chip. Nice round.
That was definitely a scramble, though. Foxy normally comes off a lot better in those scrambles, but McRaary is going to snatch that round away.
Well, I mean, let's not forget something about MrAquary was his use of Sonya's X-Ray. Almost like Harry Nightmare in that regard, that he was just, his reads with the parry are so on point, but only with the X-Ray version. And he had the bar for it, and he chose to save it.
Oh, Foxy did try and hit confirm back 1-2, but unfortunately catching McRaary airborne, so the roll is going to whiff. Oh, wow, no. I think part of that was Foxy actually seeing that string whiff. I mean, that was a very obvious whiff right there.
Yeah, but McRaary hasn't got a breaker. Don't think he's going to build one before the end of the round. Has to be really careful. Gets a straight up low. Doesn't confirm it into a full combo. No, but will fortunately get another drop.
No. So many drops. But he's going to get 50-50 into 50-50 into 50-50. Foxy guessing wrong 3 times in a row. Oh, there we go. Right now. Okay, so McRaary is going to take a round off Foxy right there. Now, that was combo drop into combo drop, but very fortunately for him,
that wasn't combo drop into combo drop. That was combo drop into combo drop into combo drop into 50-50.
But it does seem like, I think, had he not guessed wrong in those situations, I don't think McRaary would have taken it. But that really is going to be the nature of those coin toss-like characters.
But that is a really good mental note to go into the game 3, though, for McRaary, because he didn't play amazingly well in that round. He had the good reads. Obviously, his reads in the 50-50s were on point. I don't think Foxy blocked any of them in that round. But at the same time, even though he dropped so many combos and so many confirms, he still walked away with a win. So if he tidies it up, he can still do it. He just has to, I don't know, clean it up. Because if he's going to get in those clutch situations again, you can't always rely on someone like Foxy to keep making mistakes.
That's some useful data right there. But Foxy to know, oh, and that's going to be a dive kick whiff into a full combo punish from Foxy. Now, I assume Foxy's going to probably try and slow this down a little bit and basically not put him in that situation where he would guess wrong. Right as I can say it, though. Oh, good block on it. No reversal attempt. I'm not sure if that was the armorable gap.
But also another drop from McRaary didn't confirm, and that really is going to hurt him. And another drop. McRaary.
And that's a full combo punish right there. Yep, there's the counter poke. I think Foxy's going to remember in the previous games he went for that string, McRaary pressing a button every single time. Ever so slightly too far out of range. The combo is going to drop. Not going to matter too much because Foxy did get the bulk of the damage before that even happened.
Ooh. Oh, gets the bar out, but again, no capitalizing.
Oh, and that was a full combo. McRaary chucking that round away. I mean, it was a guaranteed punish, but he opted to stagger the punish into a 50-50 that was blocked and then punished. That was an interesting decision, but unfortunately it isn't going to work out for him.
On the 50-50.
Nice corner reach position.
I mean, right now, this is kind of, you live by the sword and you die by the sword. That's kind of what McRary's going for right now. I mean, this cover ops, very stressful pick, and you know he's getting really good reads. It's just the drops.
Oh,
there's just too many of them.
He definitely got tagged there, because I think McRaary was expecting a stagger, and then got hit by the rest of the string.
No anti-cross up from Foxy. I think he's just willing to just hold it.
Oh, nice down one. Oh, that's going to be a full combo punish. Oh, Foxy, maybe, I think he was ready. Oh, goes in for 50-50 of his own. Full combo punish, and he whiffs it again.
And there was a nice anti-air with the bull roll.
This is looking bleak for McRaary. I mean, he might get a meter burn parry maybe, but either way, Foxy's sitting on a lot of breaker. Oh, that might even be death, because, oh no. Oh, What? Wait, what? Oh, of course you can do that.
I mean, that was tidy. That was really tidy. I mean, MrAquary, again, too many drops. Foxy's starting to guess right with these 50-50s now, so that's not going to be as consistent of an option, I suppose, for MrAquary. I mean, I understand that a guessing game is a guessing game, and some, you win some and you lose some, but you have to be able to capitalize if you win some, because you'll win some and then straight up lose some if you drop it.
We say this all the time, don't we? But when you drop a combo, not only are you going to lose the damage, and that's free damage on the table that you've left there, but it's positioning. You know, it's corner carry. It's.
But we literally
down.
We say this every week because it will never, ever, ever, ever in a fighting game stop being important. If you drop your combo, you have made your job harder for no reason at all. And if you drop loads of combos, you're consistently making your job harder for no reason.
Now, I think the cover ops pick, I think MrAquary is kind of wise to the fact that he's catching so many 50-50s. But, I mean, it seems to be that sort of typical neutral. I mean, I would have liked to have seen a demolition pick right here. Oh, cheeky down 3. Not confirming the overhead, though. I'm not sure if that was a stagger attempt or just him not committing to the string.
Well, think of it this way, though. Like, he's not getting the 50-50s off the cover op stance, and he's not getting any parries, so why pick it?
Yeah, I agree.
If your 50-50s are coming off your universal 50-50 starters, then why go with cover ops?
His 50-50s are definitely not coming from the military stance, so I think the cover ops pick is not really working too well.
And he drops the chance for meatless damage, unless he's opting not to finish it on purpose.
Oh, hello. He's starting to get these 50-50s, though. Foxy breaking. Oh, no. Foxy just waiting for something to roll there on reaction. Match point to FoxyGrampa.
I mean, it's not every day you trip guard a dive kick with a roll.
Oh, does get 50-50. That's going to be a full combo. And I like MrAquary there, acknowledging that he doesn't have the stamina, so the repositioning is going to come from the scissor kick instead.
And that was nice. That was really good space from MrAquary. He gets Foxy in the corner. Chunky damage. Oh, wow, no. Meatless bull roll. Just get out there, commits to it on block. Wow, FoxyGrampa.
You get so mad seeing that connect. You get so mad.
But I should think no one is madder about that right now than MrAquary, but that is going to be a comfortable round. Foxy ups to break himself in it.
Oh, that's not going to full combo in the corner. Oh, no, hit by the telekick. Oh, and he commits into 50-50. I mean, that was a good block from MrAquary. I mean, Foxy had no bar. There was no way that could turn into a 50-50. Like, it could only go low.
Missed the punish on the bull roll.
He did indeed.
And I don't know. I think with FoxyGrampa being match point, MrAquary taking rounds, not playing terribly by any means, but just needs to tighten his game up right now. He has a much more higher need for these placement points than Foxy does right now. Gets another 50-50, but again drops. No, and again.
I think he's just playing incredibly anxious. Oh, nice trade though on the reversal, but does drop the combo once again. Oh, and that's going to be a whiff punish from the wake-up ball roll. Foxy going straight in, and here comes the dangerous restand. This is looking bleak. If he gets tagged, nice back one, kind of challenging the MrAquary pressing the button there.
Oh, doesn't go for the dive kick. You know, Foxy was waiting for it. Gets a nice throw. MrAquary looking really low on life. There's the stagger again. Going to be only just alive, but this is chip territory. Oh, gets out of the corner. Really smart stuff. And no, that is going to be it. Goes to the brutality finish. Yes, he does. FoxyGrampa going to be your first semi-finalist again. Once again, MrAquary fought well. He did have a good couple of games, but again, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we refer to it, but just the drops were too important.
He got a lot of crucial hits there. I mean, the hits didn't really come from opening him up outside of 50-50s. But if you're playing Sonya, I mean, that's just part of the character, right? Where he's playing for it and he's using the character to its strengths by just enforcing the constant coin toss game. But he actually, in a lot of situations, especially by the end of the set, where he would actually successfully land that 50-50, but then would not commit. He'd do it by itself, go into military stance. I mean, you can definitely tell that was a flustered level of play, where you get one hit into military stance, which means that you're pressing the buttons too quickly, or you're playing anxiously. That's what it looks like when that kind of thing happens. If it had just slowed it down and played a little bit more calm, and he actually went in to kind of enforce the military stance into cartwheel, which is obviously one of the reasons you see a lot of Sonya players go for cover ops, is that she can get the 50-50 into the cartwheel for the meatless combo and the punish and stuff like that. I mean, it would have worked out a lot better for him should he commit to those options rather than the errors that we saw.
I mean, it cost him big, really, at the end of the day. And that really is what it boils down to. It just... He had the opportunities, he got the reads, his just execution failed him, really, when it was clutch, and he just needed to rely on it. But, he still managed to bag himself 25 points. MrAquary does still have 2 weeks, once again, to make his way into the top 8, where he could hopefully have another shot at some more points for the season finals. But Foxy's going to be moving on, secures himself at least 50 points for today. And that does bring us on to Game 2, which is, I believe, Stossen versus Jinamunene.
So, Stossen versus Jinamunene, God, I'm... Is it going to turn out that I've been butchering that name the entire time?
We're reading it as it is spelt to us.
in the way I speak.
You can't ask any fairer than that.
So it's going to be Jinminene and Stozen fighting against each other. So it's no doubt going to be Jackie Briggs versus Scorpion. The question is, which variation is Stozen going to go for? Because as a base, he likes to go for full auto. But I mean, versus Scorpion, Scorpion's a very, very mobile character. Teleports are just a very universal, good way to deal with projectiles on a read, sometimes on reaction.
You know what this reminds me of?
I think I even know where you're going with this before you've even said it. Online ranked?
Now, think back to week 1. Some people didn't quite have the knowledge on how to deal with full auto Jackie Briggs. We had quite an infamous period of time where this was kind of like public enemy number 1, almost the Deathstroke from Injustice
Almost.
in MKX.
She was absolutely the Deathstroke of Mortal Kombat X.
But I don't mean that in terms of characters, because they're completely different. It was just more
the stigma.
It was just more the stigma behind it, and what was considered to be the casual counter to Jackie Briggs.
Scorpion's teleport.
Scorpion's got a teleport, man.
I mean, I still get that. I'll be playing online, and basically I'll be using a projectile-based character, and the opponent will see me pick the character, and will then deselect. Oh, we have replays. How about that? So it's going to be Aquary and Foxy right here. I mean, you saw, this was the sequence, right? When Aquary had when he had the execution, he made every single hit count. He made every single hit connect. However, it's just... It's too many drops. Too many drops. I mean, these replays show what happens when you don't drop. You have all the momentum, getting the 50-50s, going in, and I mean, that was a good game for him. He was just not able to kind of follow up. But anyway, like we were saying, I still get that. I still use projectile-based characters, and someone will deselect their character and then switch to Scorpion because it's the go-to, it's the kind of go-to option, right?
At least it was considered, but the game's a year old. The players have understood that now. And let's look at these characters now. Competitively, professionally, now. In 2016, Season 3, you have full auto Jackie Briggs, a very powerful character, but not for the machine guns. That is the easiest bit of the character to get around, and everyone knows that now. Everyone completely understands why that's a thing now going into Season 3. Jinminene, Hellfire Scorpion, really powerful, but plays more on reads than reactions. Now, you need to react to full auto to make that matchup. I'm not even going to say bad for her, but to shut down that full screen game, because the machine guns aren't bad, but that's not what you pick her for. That's not that's not what makes full auto good. It's just an element you have to respect.
What makes full auto dangerous, especially she gets good damage across all 3 variations. I mean, especially high tech, but that's a bit more situational damage. But what makes full auto so dangerous is the fact that the machine guns kind of give her the increased range. So it's very fast, good whiff punishability, can armor break certain things in certain situations. But the mainly thing you go for there is the ability to go. It's the low shot. I mean, the low shot she gets, which juggles opponents and works off her 50-50s, the back 3 and the back 2, gives her good meatless damage. It can armor break. You can meter burn it to charge it. We don't really see it, but you can meter burn the low shot to set up for kind of like hard to blockable situations or armor breaking setups and stuff like that. But I mean, as a base, full auto in general will hit you very hard, basically everywhere on the screen, and it's just the machine gun's just kind of an increased range thing. Full auto is all about damage at all times.
Scorpion's going to be doing that too, especially in Hellfire, when he has access to his flame cancels, when he has access to just more damage across the board. And the teleport is going to shut down the machine guns, but as we've said before, that's not why you pick full auto. So I think we might see Stossen try out full auto at first, but I don't think we'll see him stick to it if he has a particularly rough first couple of games. I think we might, because obviously he went to shotgun was it last week for the Challenge Cup, or was it the week before?
It was against
Dangus. No,
it was full auto versus Dangus, and then it was shotgun pick versus Doc. Doc was picking Ronin Takeda, and it was in grand finals. Stossen, I think, lost one match as full auto, and then made the switch to shotgun, and then actually won the next match. So characters that go for kind of like mobility tools to get around the projectiles, I think switching to shotgun is generally a thing that Jackie players like to do, because if the machine gun isn't working and they're really sort of going in, it's going to be quite tricky, because the shotgun is basically when you want to go toe to toe, and it's all about vortex. She has got a true vortex in shotgun. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, definitely. So while we wait for our next match to get set up, we are going to have a quick run to social and see if Twitter has anything to say about tonight's matches so far.
God, I mean, Twitter's been a little bit quiet at the moment, but I have been informed that it is actually Irish Mantis's birthday today. So happy birthday to you, my friend. Sorry you couldn't get into top 8 to make this day even better. But he actually says himself that he's rooting for the underdog, Foxy. So I think he might be undisappointed with that tonight. He might get his birthday wish. And Mitsuon says, it's so satisfying to see Sonya getting mopped like that. You know something is wrong when you're rooting for Melina, especially if you're rooting for Foxy.
I think the only reason Mitsu Owens is saying that is because he lost to Sonya.
I think,
Personally, it's my personal opinion.
It's a fair assumption, right? Because it wouldn't be the first time we've seen that happen. Not with Mitsu Owens particularly, but you know,
of course.
they're trying to avoid the blow-ups. So I want to stay professional, but also honest with the lovely people at home.
Now, when we watch Jinminene play Scorpion, it seems